British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says the world needs to act now to prevent food crises and malnutrition before they start. He joined Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud as co-host of the Global Food Security Summit, which brings together experts and policymakers to tackle the underlying causes of food insecurity. SABC News correspondent Stuart has more from London.
Partnerships is the byword of this summit. Partnerships to provide new sources of finance and partnerships with the countries that most need support in a move away from a donor model of aid and, as Rishi Sunak put it, a move away from dictating what aid should be delivered. That includes providing expertise, he said, such as last year when the UK used forecasting and AI models to help prevent a famine in Somalia. But another key part of this summit is what can be done to adapt crops to the changing climate. Plants which require less water are less prone to pests and are more resilient to climate shocks. Downing Street points to flood-tolerant rice, disease-resistant wheat and vitamin-rich sweet potatoes as some examples of what UK scientists have helped develop already through advanced crop breeding. Malnutrition is ultimately responsible for nearly half of all child deaths around the world, with other diseases and injuries made more likely and more damaging by hunger. Microsoft founder and philanthropist Bill Gates contributed by video link, warning that progress in fighting hunger slowed during the pandemic and still hadn't recovered. The UK is sending tens of millions of additional US dollars to Ethiopia, Sudan and South Sudan, which are hard hit by food insecurity, and also to countries recovering from extreme weather events like Malawi. But the opposition Labour Party, while welcoming that move, criticised Rishi Sunak for slashing aid spending during his time as Chancellor of the UK and for abolishing the Department for International Development, jeopardising the UK's effectiveness and reputation in the process. And that this applies to residents of Gaza too, where he said the UK is pushing for unhindered humanitarian access and pauses in fighting so aid can safely make it to people who need it. Stuart, SABC News, London.